Alright, you saw the title, you know what's up.
Well, Jaguars are leading things off. They took a quarterback last year. Which direction do they go this year?
AIDAN Hutchinson. Nothing changes here.
A handful of Blockbuster trades and signings have taken place since our last mock draft video was released, and that means some drastic changes to our latest 8.0 edition are inevitable. Number 1. Jacksonville Jaguars, AIDAN Hutchinson. The Jaguars need to go for the best player available, and in this year's class, it's the Michigan Wolverines star defensive end. Hutchinson would make an impact right away, forming an explosive pass rush duo with rising star Josh Allen. Number 2. Detroit Lions, Travon Walker. The Lions will have plenty of enticing options here, but it'll be hard for GM Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell to pass up on a 6'5", 272-something-pound pass rusher that could emerge as the long-term cornerstone on their defense. Number 3. Houston Texans, Evan Neal. With holes all over the roster, Houston can honestly go anywhere, but pairing the stalwart Alabama offensive tackle with veteran mainstay Laramie Tunsil? Suddenly, the Texans would boast one of the NFL's top offensive lines, and that would go a long way towards helping them figure out if Davis Mills is really the guy or not. Number 4. New York Jets, AHMAD Sauce Gardner. The Jets fielded the NFL's worst defense a year ago. One way to fix that would be adding a shutdown corner who can take away the opposition's top receiver on a weekly basis. Enter Cincinnati product AHMAD Sauce Gardner. Adding an elite corner should be a priority for Gang Green. Number 5. New York Giants, Ikem Ekwonu. The Giants want to give Daniel Jones another shot. Well, it ain't gonna work out if they don't address the O-line with one of their 2 first-round picks. NC State star Ikem Ekwonu is exactly what the Giants need. He and Andrew Thomas would form a rock-solid pair up front, which would allow the G-men to see what they really have in Jones and Saquon Barkley. Number 6. Minnesota Vikings, Kyle Hamilton. Projected trade alert! The Vikings acquire the number 6 pick from the Carolina Panthers in exchange for the number 12 selection, the Vikings' number 77 pick, and a 2023 4th-round pick. With the pick, Minnie snags Notre Dame safety Kyle Hamilton. And just like that, this anemic secondary has a 5-star game record to single-handedly transform their defense. Number 7. New York Giants from Chicago Bears, Kayvon Thibodeaux. There are questions about Thibodeau's overall work ethic and his effort when finishing plays, but the Giants need another pass rusher to complement young stud Azeez Ojulari, and Thibodeau's high ceiling is worth taking a chance on, especially if he drops this far in the draft. Number 8. Atlanta Falcons, Garrett Wilson. No team has more roster flaws than the Falcons, so it's really anybody's guess where they go here. Calvin Ridley's suspension and Russell Gage's departure leave the Falcons with 0 playmaking wideouts. Wilson is the best receiver in this draft. Him and Kyle Pitts would make it a lot easier for the next franchise QB in Atlanta, whether that's Marcus Mariota or somebody else. Number 9. Seattle Seahawks from Denver Broncos, Malik Willis. The Seahawks can honestly do whatever they want with all that draft capital that they got in the Russell Wilson trade. Not really sure about you folks, but we're not sold on Drew Lock being their starter next year. Pete Carroll and John Schneider may as well take a chance on the Liberty quarterback here. Willis's dazzling dual-threat game could make him an enticing fit in Carroll's renowned run-heavy offense. Number 10. New York Jets from Seattle Seahawks, Charles Cross. The Jets already addressed their defense with the 4th overall pick. Now they can beef up the offensive line at number 10. Elijah Vera Tucker, Mekhi Becton, and free agent pickup Laken Tomlinson give the Jets 3 quality starters. Adding Cross gives New York the makings of an elite unit up front. And the last time we checked, a young QB like Zach Wilson can never have too many good blockers, right? Number 11, Washington Commanders, Drake London. Washington's acquisition of Carson Wentz takes them out of the running for a QB here. The priority now should be improving the supporting cast around Wentz. Adding Drake London to a group that already features Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, and Logan Thomas could take this offense to a whole new level. Number 12, Carolina Panthers, Kenny Pickett. In this exercise, everything works out beautifully for the Panthers. They trade down for extra draft picks, but still come away with one of the top 2 passers in this class. The Panthers can trade down with Minnesota and feel confident enough that Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett will be here for them. Matt Rule finally lands a quarterback who might just save his coaching job in Carolina. Number 13, Houston Texans. From Cleveland Browns, George Karlaftis. The Texans have 2 run-stopping studs in Roy Lopez and Jonathan Grenard. The sky would be the limit for this front 7 if they added a potent edge rusher like George Karlaftis. The Purdue defensive end is a perfect fit for the defense Lovie Smith wants to run in Houston. Number 14, Baltimore Ravens. Jermaine Johnson II. Jermaine Johnson is everything the Ravens need on the defensive line. No team loves bringing the heat as often as Baltimore, and Johnson, who posted 12 sacks at Florida State last season, could certainly help them in that department. Number 15, Philadelphia Eagles from Miami Dolphins, Devin Lloyd. The Eagles' defense overachieved last season, and it simply won't play near a top 10 level if the linebacker position is not addressed. The speed and physicality of Utah linebacker Devin Lloyd could add another element to the Eagles' D. Lloyd would be in a position to succeed right away, with Pro Bowlers Darius Slay, Brandon Graham, and Fletcher Cox already in the fold. Number 16, New Orleans Saints from Philadelphia Eagles, Chris Olave. There's absolutely no way the Saints don't take a wideout with one of their 2 first-round picks. The Blockbuster trade with Philly ensures that New Orleans comes away with 2 starters in round 1. Now it's time to land that much-needed sidekick to Michael Thomas. Olave's elite speed and production in the red zone will be too hard for Nola to pass up. He, Thomas, Jameis Winston, and Alvin Kamara could help the Saints offense regain their status among the NFL's elite. Number 17, Los Angeles Chargers, Jordan Davis. Davis is a boomer-bust prospect. He doesn't bring much as a pass rusher and will be used more as a 2-down player. But he's far and away the best run stopper in this class, and the Chargers need a player of his caliber. The Bolts added Khalil Mack to give Joey Bosa another game-changing pass rusher. Placing this run-stopping force on that D-line would turn the LA defense from wretched to pretty darn good. Number 18, Philadelphia Eagles from New Orleans Saints, Jameson Williams. The Eagles have to find a quality number 2 wideout to help DeVonte Smith and Jalen Hurts in the passing game. Alabama speedster Jameson Williams would more than fit the bill there. His ability to stretch the field would go hand in hand with Hurts' knack for scrambling and extending the play. Honestly, just a perfect fit for everybody here. Number 19, New Orleans Saints from Philadelphia Eagles, Zion Johnson. It'd be a shock if the Saints didn't address the offensive line with one of their other first-round picks. Having lost Terron Armstead to Miami in free agency, it is imperative for the Saints to get a capable replacement in the draft. Boston College guard Zion Johnson would give the Saints a second young star on the O-line to accommodate Ryan Ramczyk. Number 20, Pittsburgh Steelers, Kenyon Green. If Willis or Pickett are somehow available when the Steelers pick, we wouldn't be surprised if they go QB here. But with both men off the board in this exercise, the Steelers stick to addressing their other organizational needs. Pittsburgh added 2 new starters in free agency in Mason Cole and James Daniels. Adding Texas A&M standout Kenyon Green would be a nice final touch for their O-line makeover. Number 21, Kansas City Chiefs, TREYLON Burks. Another projected trade alert. The Chiefs acquired the New England Patriots number 21 selection in exchange for the number 29 and number 94 selections and a 2023 4th-round pick. The Chiefs move up and find Tyreek Hill replacement in Arkansas wideout TREYLON Burks. The 6'3", 225-pounder gives Kansas City a younger, cheaper deep threat. Burks, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Travis Kelce will make sure Patrick Mahomes' aerial attack remains among the NFL's most dangerous, even with Hill out of the picture. Number 22, Green Bay Packers from Las Vegas Raiders, Jahan Dotson. Having traded Davante Adams and lost Marquez Valdes-Scantling in free agency, the Packers have to, we repeat, have to take a receiver in round 1. Penn State wideout Jahan Dotson would be an intriguing fit here. He caught 91 passes for 1,182 yards and 12 touchdowns last season. He's not going to fully replace Adams, nobody can, but Dotson would give Aaron Rodgers an immediate 1,000-yard threat. Number 23, Arizona Cardinals, Derek Stingley. The Cardinals need a capable cover man who can match up against the many star pass catchers in the NFC West. They haven't had one of those since Patrick Peterson was in his prime, which was several years ago at this point. Derek Stingley's injury history makes him a boomer bust prospect, but his ceiling cannot be overlooked. Number 24, Dallas Cowboys, Bernhard Raimann. The Cowboys lost Connor Williams and La'el Collins in free agency, and cap constraints prevented them from signing suitable replacements, so their last chance to fix the line will be at the draft. Jerry and Stephen Jones should have their eye on 6'7" Central Michigan giant Bernhard Raimann. He'd add plenty of strength and physicality to a group that already boasts future Hall of Famers Tyron Smith and Zach Martin. Number 25, Buffalo Bills, Nakobe Dean. The Bills addressed their main need for a pass rusher by landing Von Miller in free agency. A great start, no doubt, but they still need to upgrade that linebacking group. Georgia linebacker Nakobe Dean displays excellent speed and athleticism compared to most other linebackers. The idea of Dean, Miller, and Tre'Davious White headlining a defense together should terrify opposing offenses. Number 26, Tennessee Titans, David Ojabo. The Titans defense improved big time last season thanks to breakout years from Harold Landry and Jeffrey Simmons. If 2021 first-rounder Caleb Farley can stay healthy, this defense will be even tougher to play against. And Tennessee could still use some additional star power in the front seven. Michigan product David Ojabo can do it all as a linebacker, and Mike Vrabel could get creative with how he uses him. Number 27, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Trent McDuffie. The Bucs re-signed top corner Carlton Davis, but the rest of the secondary certainly could use some work. And Tampa Bay's pass defense has been far from great under Todd Bowles, and you can't keep relying on the front seven to save the day. Washington corner Trent McDuffie is a superb cover man who can line up right across from any team's top wideout. Number 28, Green Bay Packers, Andrew Booth Jr. We can hear Packers fans screaming for a second receiver here, and we thought about it. But then we asked ourselves, what if the Packers added another stud defensive back to complement the elite secondary led by J.R. Alexander? Clemson star Andrew Booth Jr. would give Green Bay yet another weapon in an often underrated defense. A-Rod wouldn't have to do much if he could rely on a secondary like that to shut down opposing offenses. Number 28, New England Patriots, Roger McCreary. A win-win for the Patriots, who trade down with KC in this mock draft, but still come away with a stud corner to help them win immediately. Losing J.C. Jackson in free agency leaves New England with a void at cornerback. Bill Belichick brought back old friend Malcolm Butler, but there's no reason to stop there. Auburn corner Roger McCreary may not be the ball hawk that Jackson was in New England, but his coverage skills cannot be overlooked. McCreary would instantly find a starting role in New England's defense. Number 30, Kansas City Chiefs, Devonte Wyatt. The Chiefs kept Frank Clark on a restructured deal, keeping the Clark-Chris Jones pass rushing duo intact for now. Now, it's time to add a third star to the D-line. Georgia defensive tackle Devonte Wyatt would give Kansas City someone who could really wreak some havoc along the line of scrimmage. Number 31, Cincinnati Bengals, Kaiir Elam. The Bengals defense was borderline elite last season, but they still lack a true number one corner. Enter Florida's Kaiir Elam. Now you're talking about a secondary with Elam and Jesse Bates? Cincy's defense could be just as scary as their offense over the long haul. Number 32, Detroit Lions from Los Angeles Rams, Matt Corral. The Lions may as well take a flyer on a QB here. They know that Jared Goff probably isn't the long-term answer. Corral isn't ready to start regardless of where he ends up at. The Lions could draft him and have him learn behind Goff for a season or two though, before handing him the starting reins. This would buy Detroit enough time to restructure the offense around Corral's skill set and find him a capable supporting cast too. But which 2022 NFL draft prospect are you hoping to see your team land? Join us in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.